Terry, did you see Kai win the other challenge? I mean, I've only seen I didn't watch the All-Star Challenge. I've only seen what I saw on socials today, and I felt sorry for him, to be honest with you. But I mean, I'm not deep in it too much. It's one of them things.
It's just a little fun game that he messed upon. Like, everyone needs to relax in it. Like, I get the banner, but people are literally taking it serious. Of this is why he's gonna fail. He can't even do kick-ups. I'm like, leave the guy alone. No one's better than that. All of that goalkeeper game they played. That was flipping hilarious. That was the goalkeeper 1v1 thing. That was great. Bring that in.
Yeah, I love that sort of stuff. I like it when it's in America. I don't want it to come to the European game. I like watching it there. This comment here says, Terry, for those people saying Man City got weaker, we are not done yet. We will bring world-class players and we will do a four-peat. I trust Pep. Yeah, you should trust him. I'm just stating, I'm intrigued to know who you're going to get. And is the quality going to be better? Because so far the players you've been linked with, barring Guardiola, are not improvements. There is actually an update here from Jacob Steinbeck about the involved Man United. He says that Chelsea have no interest in signing Harry Maguire for Man United as they step up their attempts to cover Wesley Fofana. Former player Mark Gahey could be considered by the Blues, is what Steinbeck has said. And he's very very, very credible. But there we go.
Man. Damn it. I was hoping for that Chelsea check, man, because Chelsea, Spurs, and Newcastle are the only man that can outright pay his wages with no issue.
It's crazy that Chelsea have got rid of Gahey and Tomori and they're struggling for centre back. It's actually some of the business they've done in recent years. Now you look back with hindsight, some of it's been horrendous. It really has.
I know Chelsea fans are excited right now. I know some of them in the group chat are chatting in their chat. And to be fair, I think they're in a very interesting and fun position as well. Like this experiment they're doing can go either way. It could go to the future where they win titles, or it could just flop and crash and burn in the next 2 years. Like you would never know. But the way that they're chatting, like they have not been in the mud for the last 7 years. Like, Terry, they're creeping up on 10 years with no title, you know. And they ain't getting it next season, or maybe the season after that. So they need to be real careful about how they're chatting about other teams. I'll back your team, cool. But the way that some Chelsea fans are chatting about other people's teams, like Arsenal and Man United, because of their two players going to them, you need to watch your own selves, man, because you're creeping up to 10 years.
They've got that Champions League, though. That Champions League it lessens that blow.
No, I don't care, man. That Champions League was a fluke, bro, and you all know it was, man. Everyone knows that Champions League was a flipping roll of the dice, because guess what? Why is only one player left from that entire starting 11, or two players left or something? Come on now. Like, let's not be kidding ourselves here. Chelsea fans, I know you got that UCL, but that UCL was flipping out the sky, man. You pulled it out of the bag. Fair play to you guys. But in the league, in England, domestic cups, you might need to be watching yourselves, bruv, because it's creeping up.
KJ here on that smoke. KJ's on that smoke. Donny van der Beek has spoken, and he has said that, I want to read these comments out. His first thing he said was, I've been looking forward months for this game. I know it's only a friendly game, but for me, it was a big moment. If you watch in the past, that's the way I score my goals, the cutbacks, shooting inside the box with my inside foot. Do you know what's crazy? That goal he scored was exactly what I expected from him from day one. I remember doing a video about Donny when we signed him, and he had more touches in the opponent's box as a midfield player than any other midfield player in Europe when we bought him, who plays in the top, who was Champions League based. And I just thought, this guy's going to be in and around the box, coming in late, Frank Lampard-esque. Maybe not scoring as many as Frank, but Frank Lampard was the master at coming into that box late. And we just never really saw it. Ironically, his first game, he came as a sub and he did it. He scored against Palace. And yeah, that's where Donny was at his best. And I know there are still a lot of United fans that want to see Donny succeed. Do you think he could be given another chance? Do you think there is a chance of a renaissance here and Donny finally delivering in a Man United shirt?
I think it depends on the outgoings and if a club actually wants him to stay, actually wants to buy him. I don't think Ten Hag is fighting for him to leave. I could see Ten Hag being like, yeah, I can give this guy a chance. I remember when he did get injured, he was actually slowly building up his match-fishness, his games, his sharpness. So he was slowly getting there. And then obviously that injury just took him out for a season was really unfortunate for him. So I think there could be a place for him. If no team wants him, I'm not going to be upset that he's still here and I'm fighting for a place in that midfield, because the way that we're going to be playing, I can see Mount, I can see Bruno, I can see Donny van de Beek scoring those kind of goals. Third man, late man runs in the box from the midfield, getting those volleys, getting those tap-ins. So I think he could play a part. I think personally he should move away, just because I don't think he suits the Premier League. But if he's going to stay, I like the hunger and fight that he has, because he's not giving up, you know. So I can do nothing but respect him.
He spoke on it here. He said here that there is still a chance I move, but we are keeping it open. And I think listen, Arsenal are doing the same thing. It's been well publicized. Man United are getting less publicity around this, but I think how Donny performs in pre-season may dictate whether we sell him or not. He may be a player that we keep until potentially until the beginning of the season. And then maybe he moves on. But unless he, in his next 2 or 3 games, if he really impresses, then I think keep him. If he doesn't like massively stand out, then I just think it's going to be same, so move him on and see what happens. So feels like he's open to it. He's also spoke about Onana, who is currently having his medical. He says, my expectations of him are high for the pending arrival of Onana.
It has to be. He's played with him. He's seen the qualities of this guy. He knows what he can do. And he's even come out, already said he wants to win the Champions League. He wants to win the Premier League with Man United. He's speaking highly of Ten Hag, saying that he is the guy for him in terms of get the best out of him. So I do expect the big things from Onana, especially with the ball at his feet. I'll give him some grace at the start, because I know he's going to try some absolutely mad things that will probably not come off, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he's a goalkeeper that we've been needing. He's Ten Hag's guy. He's confident in himself. He's used to fighting against adversity. If you look through his career, he's had different arguments and falling outs with different people, but he's still going. He's still backing himself. He's still confident. And we need those characters in this Man United team. That's why people dislike Bruno, because he will chat his chat and he will back it up. You know, he will complain to the refs, he will whinge and moan, and that frustrates me as well. But I have to respect the guy, because he will always fight for Man United. He'll always fight to get every inch of grass. If he can get 1 inch closer for that free kick or that penalty closer to the goal, he'll fight for it. So we need those kind of characters in our dressing room, because we've had a soft underbelly for too many years now.
I hear you on that. Hussein here says, KJ, all love, bro, but United haven't won the league since 2012. It's actually not 2012, it's 2013, my bro. That's the year after that. And Arsenal won it in 2004. So being in the mud for 7 years is not as bad compared to others.
This is where Chelsea fans don't listen. For one, I'll just say this. I've been backing your rebuild. Terry can testify to this. I've been backing the rebuild of Chelsea. So this ain't about not liking what Chelsea's doing. 2, the reason why I'm saying this is because I understand what it feels like to suddenly be adrift so far away from everything. 7 years is not as bad as 12, 13, 14, 10, like me and Arsenal, all these things. But what I'm trying to explain to you is it's coming. It's closer than you think. So with Chelsea, what I'm saying is with Chelsea fans, some of them are chatting like everything's going to be all roses in the next 2 years. You had to have hope on here saying that he wants to win the league in the next 2 seasons. This
season.
Engage your brain. You know how hard that is to do. Now, if you do it, fair play. But you can't be chatting about other teams who are making progress, who are ahead of your teams right now, without realizing what position you're in. So yes, 7 teams is not as bad, but it will creep up to you, bruv. It will creep up. Okay? So be careful. All I'm saying is be careful. Watch your house.
Yeah. I remember when Man United were 2 or 3 years without winning a Premier League title. And I honestly, if I go back now to like 2015, 2016, if you'd have said to me, do you think by 2023 you win a Premier League? I'd have probably said, yeah, I reckon we got a chance. And it hasn't happened. But yeah, no, I get where you're coming from, bro.